Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Mrs. Draupadi Murmu, a bit of echo. The Union Minister of State for Agriculture, Mr. Sudarshan Bhagat, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the India Today Group, it is a great pleasure to welcome you all to the first State of the State Conclave and report on Jharkhand being organized by India Today magazine. For me, it is a personal pleasure to visit the state. I come from the hilly district of Kodagu in Karnataka. Jharkhand, with its verdant hills, breathtaking waterfalls, and famous national parks, reminds me so much from where I come from. And though this is my first visit to the state, I'm able to connect with it instantly, and I feel quite at home over here. It is also very special because this conclave is the first of its kind for India Today magazine. Since 2003, when India Today initiated the State of the States report, the magazine has been ranking Indian states based on business environment and quality of life. This has now come to be recognized as the gold standard for evaluating the social and economic health of the state. Among the many requests that came in, particularly from chief ministers, was that India Today should examine individual states more closely and help them understand how to improve their performance. This became all the more important because states have now become the key drivers of India's economic growth. The Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi's rise has been attributed to how well he administered Gujarat. So much so we now talk of a Gujarat model of development. So we decided in India Today to begin what we call the State of the State report as the next logical step to the State of the States report. The concept is to have experts do an X-ray of the state by conducting a micro-analysis at the district level. Our first State of the State report, which we are presenting today, comprehensively tracks Jharkhand's economic, social, and human development over the years by focusing on key categories in all the 24 districts. The full report will be released by the Chief Minister later this evening, and he has also kindly consented to present the awards to the winning districts. So this acts also as an incentive to those who are performing well. Helping us to do the evaluation is Dr. Surjit Balla, the renowned economist, who along with the India Today Research Unit, headed by our editor Ajit Kumar Jha, put together this comprehensive report. I'm happy to say that Dr. Balla is here with us today, and later this morning we'll discuss the key highlights of the findings. It is a matter of coincidence that Dr. Balla has recently been appointed as the state's chief economic advisor, and therefore this report has an even more important bearing for the state. India Today's State of the State report shows that Jharkhand is a study of contrasts. It has many paradoxes. Jharkhand was created on November 15, 2000 with lots of hope and optimism. Today, some of that may have given way to despair and pessimism. But our findings also show there is very much to be optimistic about. The concern rises from the fact that Jharkhand was, in terms of natural resources, much richer than Chhattisgarh and Uttarakhand, two states that performed exactly in the same year that Jharkhand was. Jharkhand has great cities, industrial, mining and commercial hubs such as Jamshedpur, Bokaro, Dhanbad and Ranchi. But 16 years later, Jharkhand lags behind the other two states in most indicators, especially those related to the Human Development Index. Our State of the State report on Jharkhand analyzes what went wrong and also suggests constructive solutions to overcome the problems. To discuss, debate, and deliberate upon these issues, I'm delighted to say we have some of the best experts gathered today. While thanking them for their presence, may I also request them to come up with out-of-the-box and big-picture solutions as to how the state can be lifted from the low level of equilibrium that it has been trapped in and emerge as India's leading state. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Draupadi Murmu, the Governor of Jharkhand. In keeping with the state's image, Mrs. Murmu is truly a woman of steel. A native of neighboring Odisha, the Governor began her career as a junior assistant in the Irrigation and Power Department in the government of Odisha, She also taught. She was a teacher. She then took the bold step of giving up a permanent government job to join politics, and since then has never looked back. Within 3 years, she was a member of the Odisha Assembly and went on to become a Minister of State with independent charge of Commerce and Industry, and later became the Fisheries and Animal Resources Development Minister. Overcoming personal tragedy, she excelled both as an administrator and mother, never bowing to the many adversities she faced. When she was appointed Governor of Jharkhand in May 2015, she became the first woman from Odisha to hold such a high post, and she is also the first woman Governor of Jharkhand. Belonging to a tribe that resides in Mayurbhanj district of Odisha, that is not far from the Jharkhand border, the Honorable Governor is familiar with the realities of the state. With a rich experience in administration and governance, she is truly in an excellent position to guide the state government and help the administration function smoothly. Madam, we are honored that you have accepted our invitation to deliver the inaugural keynote address, especially at such short notice, and we are forever grateful to you. May I now request you to deliver your address.